Alright everybody, well this is the good old Mercury, Merc 500, K for Mercury, whatever you want to call them. It's a 550 horsepower, 500/50 horsepower. So in my previous video I showed you how to check for spark, and we got the stator and the new flywheel which is now mounted on there. And we cranked this beautiful charm up, and we got nothing, not even a pop. So what I have done, as you see, we've taken everything off the motor, the front of the motor, and we took some good old Seafoam and we put it into our pre-mix bottle, or a quick 2-mix bottle, because that's what the gas hose would fit in. So I did is I took this and I put it all the way into the mix bottle with the quick foam, or the Seafoam, and after dropping the bolts from the float bowls on the carburetor and emptying them, I proceeded to fill it up. This little unit here, you have to compress every once in a while to make sure that you got fluid coming from that bottle going into that bulb going into your carb. Let me see if I can show you exactly where these little bolts are. So if we look down here, that little brass bolt, and then there's another one right behind this wire where my finger is. You'll see another brass one down there. Of course I got the wire in the way. There, you can see it though. Right down below my finger there's another brass bolt. Those need to come out in order to drain your carburetor. So with this engine, as I stated in my previous video, this is a 1965, and the way that we got to that was we ran the serial number. The serial number there is 1844604, and that's how we came up with that. So we don't know how long this has actually been sitting. That's my dog Honey in the background. The boat hadn't been tapped since 2000. We're looking at 2019 right now. When I got it, the timing belt was snapped on it, and it had a fresh set of plugs that had never been fired. So we're in troubleshooting phase right now. But again, when you don't have any fuel coming out, that tends to be an issue because the spark plugs are even completely bone dry. So the boat itself though is a 1981 Sea Swirl. You can see Honey's up there on the front, she's watching the bow. You know, this is just a little 15-foot get-around boat. The seats, if you look on the bottom, right down there, you'll see the wood on the bottom. I actually built those for this. These seats actually sat up 6.5 inches. I'm a 6'2" guy, and 6'2" tall guy. And my eyes actually matched up with the window frame at that height. So we dropped them down 2 inches. That would be no problem. It's a no-brainer. But anyhow, it's going to be a cool little boat. I only paid $600 for the boat, the trailer, and the motor. So I can afford to get into this a little bit, preferably not a lot. So anyhow, we're going to let this soak overnight, and we're going to see how it turns out. So thanks again for watching. Bye.